Hi Leo, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is a general reading. I've already pulled your oracle cards that are sitting right here. I'm about to pull your tarot. I'm going to be looking at 4 different areas of your life: the present position to validate that this is your reading, the strength of what's going to happen this time period, the challenge, what you don't see coming, and the outcome or possible outcome. Spirit may please have the present position for Leo to validate that this is their reading. What's going on with Leo right now? What's going on in the present position? Thank you. Can I have one more for the present position? Thank you. Interesting. May I please have the strength for Leo, please? May I please have the strength? May I please have the challenge for Leo? May I please have the possible outcome? What does Leo need to know? What will help them, motivate them, inspire them, give them the information that they need to move forward? Thank you. Thank you. Can I have more for the outcome? Spirit, I need more. Thank you. Can I have more? Thank you. What else? Thanks. Okay. What we have here in the present position is trust. So we have in numerology the number 31, which represents the number 4. 3 and 1 equals 4. So what I have here for you, Spirit, bring it forward. What I have here for you is a situation that you're going through that you are really working hard to regain and rebuild and reestablish stability in your life. Now, trusting in that process has been quite difficult, and there have been times that it seems where it's difficult to tolerate some of the things that you may have to do, or the decisions that you have to make, or the people around you that are kind of affecting how you perceive things, right? So you're trying to build trust, rebuild stability here. Now, it feels like you're trying to do that in all areas of your life, right? So what we have is we have the financial side of things, we have love, and we have your faith, right? So you're actually drawing upon your spirituality, what it is that you know to be true, looking at what is important to you in your spirituality to understand more of who you are, manifest where it is that you want to be in your life currently. So that's in your oracle card. Here in the 4 of Wands, sorry, the 4 of Swords in the reverse, what we have in the present position to validate that this is your reading is some of you are experiencing exhaustion or burnout on some level. There's deep contemplation about what you've been going through, because there are some things in your life that have stagnated. There's a restlessness in your spirit, and there are some situations that are bringing you stress. And it does feel like you want to lay it to rest, you want to put it behind you. But what we have next is conflict, right? So there is some challenging situations around you, people, places, and things, right, that are causing conflict, that are getting in the way of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Now, when I say that it's getting in the way, what I feel here is your perception of it getting in the way, right? So there are stressful times, and it feels as if it's other people, and it could well be, right? People are very difficult to get along with. So there are communication challenges here, and there are challenges when you are trying to put something to rest, and it just keeps, some of it keeps kind of coming forward. Here we have in the Five of Wands, we have competitiveness, rivalry, conflict, disagreement, strife, tension. So for some of you, you're dealing with a part of your life that does bring that level of stress. It could be in any area of your life, really, but it's something that you're working on and something that you're trying to navigate currently. Here in the present position, also, we have a big change for you, right? So we have the transformation card, which is death, and we have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. Spirit, bring it forward. What's going on with this for Leo? What we have is endings with new beginnings, though. We have change coming forward, transformation, transition, metamorphosis, and an end of a cycle. However, what's difficult is choosing the lesser of two evils, right? Having to make a difficult choice about something. It doesn't seem like there's any right choice. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's challenges with whichever type of choice that you make. So there's some confusion about something, about making the right choice. And there is some indecision that is there in your energy. And for some part of it, there's kind of information overload, right? There's sometimes when we have to make a decision and it's not clear cut, it feels like, there's a lot of concern and anxiety with either direction that you go in. So, but what you are looking to do is transform out of this situation. You're looking to make the type of changes that will create, like long-term stability, long-term peace, long-term, like not having to cycle through the same old stuff over and over and over again, right? So you're really thinking a lot about how you move forward. And so these decisions that you're making could be causing some worry within your spirit, okay? Here, I'm going to go with the challenge before I go into the kind of positive side of the reading. Here in the challenge, we've got justice, right? So you're trying to be fair in a situation. You're trying to understand a situation the best that you can. And you're trying to, when you're making these decisions, you're trying to treat others how you would want to be treated. However, what we have is the Hanged Man in the challenge position also, right? And the Hanged Man is coming out in the reverse. So there is a need, or, here you are trying to be fair, trying to do the right thing. But what we have is in these situations, there's a need to pause, kind of surrender to what's challenging and letting it go. There's a new perspective that's needed in the challenge position, and that's what's the challenge, right? Is having a new perspective on things that are causing you stress. So what we have here is, again, in your energy, this kind of force to be reckoned with in regards to trying to be fair to others, but also trying to be fair to yourself. What is it that you need? What is it that will make different with the outcome, rather than having things be the way they were before? So there's deep insight in regards to looking at what it is that you've been sacrificing in your life, looking at the changes that you've made in your life, looking at the things that you've released. But again, this is showing up in the challenge position, right? So there are certain things that change of perspective is needed in order to be successful in not only creating fairness in a situation, but fairness with yourself. What is fair to you? What is the right thing to do for you? Here in the strength, we have joy. So what we have coming forward, and this is probably what you don't see coming, is the strength part of what's happening now, which is you're creating a lot of joy in situations that you may not be aware of. We have the number 16, which in numerology means 7. So there's a lot of different choices that are coming your way that will bring you joy, bring you happiness. It's just that they're not as clear cut as you need them to be right now. However, there is joy coming forward. There is joy in your spirit. There is joy that you're bringing to others. Here we have, as I do, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. So where you cannot bring, kind of relief to a situation, you're just being you. And so that means that you are the one that lights up the room. You are the one that, even if you're struggling with something that's stressful, you can raise the energy in the room, energy within a person, and you can bring forward that light that's within you. That is such a strength of yours, to be able to just kind of change the mood of the people around you. And by doing that, you affect your mood as well. Okay. So that's showing up in the strength. Also, what we have is Knight of Cups, right? We have slow moving energy. So there's something here that has to do with your emotions. It has to do, for some of you, with a love situation. It could have to do with relationships, but it is slow moving. And now this is a good thing, right? Because it's showing up in the strength energy. When the slow moving energy comes up, it means that there is divine timing at hand, right? So you don't want to force a situation that requires time and effort and energy to build. So there's something building in the background here, and it has to do with communication. So here we have you communicating, and it's showing up in your strength. So even though something is not moving in the speed that you would like it to, or that you're normally accustomed to, it's moving in the right speed because it's showing up in the strength. So we have a lot of communication that's involved in that, and it shows here that it is the communication is what's building the strength about this situation, right? Because what you can't do effectively in other ways, the communication is building a foundation in a way that you probably don't realize, that is going to bring long-term joy and long-term happiness and success to this situation. Now, what we do have in the strength is that you may not understand or see clearly, or maybe even any validation of, is the speed and the rapid action that the communication, this positive communication and this joyful communication, is adding to a situation. So it's actually building a lot of roots, strong roots. There's swift change that's going to come about, that's going to bring joy to the situation. So this is kind of contradictory, right? Because we have slow moving energy, but it's the communication that's going to bring long-term, there's going to come a point that it seems like, like this is moving so slowly, but because the communication is so strong, what happens in the end is fast moving action, swift change, manifestation very, very quickly. And then where the decision is very difficult to make or slow to make in certain areas of your life, suddenly this makes everything clear, because this is a clear decision once it happens. And what we have here is lots and lots and lots of communication that's so positive, and it's changing a situation that was perhaps insurmountable, that you're not realizing was insurmountable, whoever you're dealing with, that this situation would normally, if it had gone about the way that you're normally used to doing things, and it didn't have this foundation of a lot of communication, if this is a person, place, or thing, you wouldn't have been able to get through, right? So if it had gone the normal way, you wouldn't have been able to be a success in this situation. But this is showing at the end of this, there will be a lot of joy and a lot of positive outcome because of the type of communication this is. Let's take a look more at that in the outcome. Spirit, bring it forward. Here we have friendship, right? So, and that is really the energy that I feel from this reading, is the challenges that you're having in stressful situations. Yes, there are some that are going to continue because that is the nature of what is going on in that dynamic. However, there is other friendships that are growing, that are new, that are forming, that are strong. Now, Spirit makes me feel here with the what we have to explain that further is the Two of Cups, right? And so for those of you that don't know tarot very well, the Two of Cups represents many things, but it really represents the beginning of a new start in love. And what we have is, and that coupled with friendship is the strongest kind of bond that you have. So whether that be out of a relationship that's beginning, that is forming from respect, out of love, let me put it this way, it's forming with friendship first. And because it forms with friendship first, what will happen is love. And then when we have love building in any type of relationship, right? Because you can love a co-worker, you can love your best friend, you can love a lover, right? But what needs to happen in all relationships for it to be successful is a true bond, which is not forged by love, it's forged by friendship, right? Because if you have love but you don't have friendship, you don't have respect, right? So it's really important that two people are friends before something can be a great success in love. So that's in the outcome. Tell me more about that, Spirit. Bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter and understanding too. And here we have unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, connection. So, you know, this communication here, this slow moving energy, it does show in the outcome that there's a possibility for those of you that are unattached, that they could lead to a strong attachment in a situation here. In the outcome here, also what we have is letting go. We have a difficult situation that you faced in your life that caused a lot of worry and concern. There was a heartache here, the end of a very difficult time in your life. It's just difficult, painful. This looks like the end of a love situation. We got the Three of Swords here, combined with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So very, very difficult situation to put behind you. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse, right? So no matter how much, you know, in contrast to this other communication that's quite positive, in contrast to how much you communicated, the communication was never received appropriately. And so we have, you know, a situation that was, you know, there could have been in this situation like manipulation, deception, just with great difficulty and being able, you know, spirit just said to me, ego. So the person is stuck in their ego, which means for me as a clinical psychologist, it's not the same as in lay language what ego means. When somebody's stuck in their ego in a clinical sense, what it means is that they really can't change. They're very stuck in their ways about their belief system. And when somebody is stuck in their ego, it doesn't make them a narcissist or anything like that. You know, as we grow older and as we our experiences form who we are and our perception of the world, there's, you know, unless there's a shift of consciousness, that changes that. And there's only a couple of events that will change somebody's belief system, and they usually involve birth or death, and facing their own mortality, or facing the mortality of like a child or something like that. So change does not come about. And so what we have is somebody that's stuck in their ego, but a very painful situation, something that was caused a lot of anxiety, a lot of difficulty to end, but it has ended. It shows that here. It shows that it's something that you still think about, and it's something that you wish had had a different outcome. But in the outcome, what it shows is that you're putting that behind you, because what we have, and this goes along with the new friendship relationship here that's being guided from, manifesting from your energy. What we have is a Queen of Wands, right? So we have, Spirit, bring it forward here. There's a combination of things here. The energy just came out differently for me. Can you tell me what the Queen of Wands means with the Empress and the Star card? What we have in the Queen of Wands in the upright is courage, confidence, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, and joy. You find you get your groove back, Leo. You get your groove back. Here we have the Empress, abundance, nurturing, fertility, tapping into your feminine side, good, wise, judgment, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action, right? So here where we see in the present position where things are stagnant in some way, we see in the outcome a lot of movement. Now I've got to tell you something about this that I'm picking up in the strength energy with this slow moving energy with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands here with the Joy card and the strength. Spirit makes me feel that this is going to go on for some time, this building of the energy, the building of the friendship, the coming together with the new manifestation of love in your life. So Spirit makes me feel here that that's going to come in the form of new relationships forming and letting go of the things that were difficult. And here we have that power within, right? So we have the new person coming forward here. Very, very, very sweet-natured, very confident, very independent within who they are. They have a zest for life. They are very determined, and they are very joyful within their own life. So I see this energy kind of matching yours. They don't really tolerate things that don't serve them. And what I mean by that is they don't waste time on situations that bring them down, right? So they have a tendency to not suffer fools gladly. They'll move on quite quickly. So they know what they're looking for. And here we have the Empress energy in them as well as you. So here we have the mirroring of the energy where they are abundant naturally in their life. They're very nurturing. They're very creative. They're very wise. And they look for people to surround themselves with that are wise, that are that can add to their life, not be the same as them, but can help them to grow into the best kind of human being that they want to have. Because here we have the Star card. So here we have the mirroring in their energy where they're healing from something. They've done the work just like you, and they continue to do, it's not like they come to an end point with that healing. It's kind of like, what life is about, until we take that last breath. There's always room for growth. There's always room for expansion. There's always room for wisdom. And here we have the Star card with them. So we have hope, we have calm faith, we have purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, and rejuvenation. So this is a very good outcome for the person. So I feel that if this person is not in your life already in the outcome, because this does look like it's something. For some of you, this person is here already. I can see the energy right here. And for many of you, this person is here. And for some of you, what Spirit shows me, very few of you though, For a few of you, this is shortly coming in, because what we have here is, in order for you to recognize this energy, you have to let go of the thing that you've been trying and trying and trying, and you spent so long trying to make things work, to give second, third, fourth chances, to not walk away from something that you can find value in, but it was just a situation that you just had to walk away from. It wasn't enriching, it wasn't doing what it needed to do. And sometimes, things do have to end. We want things to last forever, especially when they're a relationship that we value so strongly, or especially if we fear the future. But it's not until you let go of the past can you fully embrace your future and new beginnings and new people coming into your life. Leo, that is your reading. I hope it helps. For those of you that are struggling, I am a life coach. Feel free to contact me at howlovetarot@gmail.com, and I can talk to you about whatever situation you're going through and see if you'd be appropriate for life coaching, for private life coaching. We can talk more about that. For those of you that are interested in a reading, again, please contact me at howlovetarot@gmail.com. The information's in the description below. Please subscribe, leave a message, let me know how the reading helps you, what you would like to hear in further readings, and hit the bell button. Thank you for your time, Leo, and I will speak to you soon.